Hey, so welcome back. This is a podcast, but it's just me by myself. Oh my god, why did I do that? I'm like, ew, that's not flattering. Um, I have an Oreo right here. Well, it's an off-brand Oreo. Um, so I have some other podcasts, but I need to edit them. So I don't know what order things are gonna come out in, but like who cares? No one's gonna like really devote that much time to watching them anyway. That's fine. Um, so it's like don't think too deep about it. But I remember I'm a little inspired because Emma Chamberlain has a podcast called Anything Goes, and I and my one friend really likes Role Model, who's Emma Chamberlain's boyfriend, whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of Role Model, just not a big fan of his music. No offense, sorry, much love, but anyway. My roommate was recommending me to listen to her podcast because she has one called like Alone But Not Lonely. And like a lot of Emma Chamberlain's videos are her doing things on her own, like traveling alone, just being alone, doing things alone, whatever. And I don't really watch Emma Chamberlain that much anymore. But I listened to her podcast and stuff, and I just kept thinking, I'm like, right now I'm alone but lonely. Like there's no, I'm trying to be alone but not lonely, but it's really hard. And like, I don't know, I think I'm depressed because like during the day, I'm mostly fine. Like today, and I have these bursts of energy and feeling good, and I put music on, and I feel confident, and then the sun goes down, and then I'm like, hold, I'm so lonely. I have nobody really. Yeah, it sounds so like complainy if I say it out loud, but I don't know. I don't know who I don't think that there's many people that genuinely care about me strongly enough to like want to be in my life. Like there's people that care about me, for sure. I care about people. But there's no one that's like super invested in me. And I don't know if it's healthy to want that, but it just seems that there's other people that are invested in each other. And sure, there are relationships, but I don't necessarily want a relationship. I want to have that kind of intimacy in a friendship. You know, I want to be able to be my own person, but still be invested in other people and in their lives and vice versa. And yeah, I don't know. I'm, and this has been like since I was born, I've always felt somewhat like this, just like this emptiness and this feeling of, wow, I'm just like nobody wants to be around me. It sounds so dramatic when I'm saying it out loud. I know I don't 100% believe that in my soul. I don't believe that because I have this confidence of myself. Like I feel like I pretty much like who I am. And this is like one of the first times in my life where I actually am attracted to who I am, you know, on the inside and on the outside. But I'm still grappling with that loneliness, you know, and it's a Friday night and I have no plans, which for some people they're like, woohoo, I have no plans. It's a Friday night, I'm just gonna stay in. And I was thinking that, but then I was like, wait, I actually don't want that. I want to be doing something. But of course, you know, no one invited me to do anything. But I do have plans on Sunday with some friends. Like, I'm not friendless, but I'm not satisfied. And I don't know if it has to do with me or the culture, or there's a combination of both. But, you know, I would love to like live in a house with just like a bunch of people, and we're all, it's, you know, it's communal. We all care about each other. We all have our own lives, but we have dinner together, we watch movies together, we do things. And I think when you see stuff like this in the movies or in TV shows where it's like a friend group that are always hanging out, they're always doing stuff together, it seems that they always are around each other and have each other's backs. And I don't know if that kind of planted a seed in my brain that hasn't gone away, like an expectation of what friendship should look like, and that it's just completely not realistic. And yeah, I mean, I have friends that maybe I don't see in a while, and I see them and it's like, oh, you can just pick up where you left off. But where I see them and like we're still fairly close, like we still, like I can still talk about, like I can be more of myself around them, but there's just this degree of closeness that I don't feel if I'm not around a person frequently. And I guess that means, my love language is quality time or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to spend time with people every waking moment of my life. I like to have alone time, but it just gets me sometimes when it's a Friday night and I ask people if they want to watch a movie and it's like, no, sorry, for multiple people. And I guess it means it's more time for me to do things like this, to make a video, to finally make a video or something. But it's just hard. And I'm just still grappling with like just that disappointment. It's just disappointing. This is what I want my friendships to be like. This is what I want that to look like. But it has just consistently not looked like that. Or there was one time I will say that it did, and it was awesome. I had that quintessential best friendship that I had always wanted. But it didn't last. And that's fine. I dealt with it. But, at the end of the day, you have me, myself, and I. That's the only thing I have. But it just sucks because it's like, why is it so hard to find that platonic intimacy that I want? Why is that so hard to come by? It makes me feel like I'm not a priority in other people's lives. And I don't know if that's too much to ask, because I feel like I would be willing to, prioritize a friendship, I don't know. I just like that. I like having that community where we're like, where we see each other frequently and we do things with each other frequently. I think God has just made me too needy, and I hate that. Because I'm saying it out loud. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm asking too much for a friendship. But maybe I should voice what I want and just speak my truth. Even if it may seem crazy or high maintenance, it's just like, I've always felt like this, and I've tried working on it, and I still feel the same. I still feel that same dissatisfaction with that part of my life, with those friendships. I do have friendships, but I'm not satisfied. And I'm alone. I'm lonely. I'm super lonely. And I hate it. So I know it can give you more time to blah, 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 to write, to cook, to do blah, 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 etc., etc. I don't know, but sometimes I just don't feel like doing anything, and I just wallow in my own self-pity, like the Grinch. Yeah. I don't know, I just feel like I've always felt like no one's first choice. I'm like, I mean, maybe with like one exception, who I appreciate so much, but I feel like for the most part, I've never been someone's like first choice, first priority. And I don't know why. And I guess I don't need to know why. But I can't help but wondering why. Because I don't hate myself. I don't think that I think that I am a good person. That I try to be fun, So I just don't understand why, And with a friendship, I would want to, like, I just feel like relationships, like romantic relationships, are so highly valued. And so once you have that romantic partner, it's like, I'm just hanging out with this person basically. No, I don't want to say all the time, but like this person, we're hanging out a lot. All right, and that's fine. That's your romantic partner. But before, when there wasn't a romantic partner, like it's not like I felt like, as a friend, I was prioritized. And I feel like while romantic relationships are different, I don't like how it's lower. I would want to have a healthy romantic relationship, but then also healthy and close platonic friendships. And I think that it's okay to have that platonic intimacy of like, come over, watch a movie, like, and hugs and whatever, like also just having like that physical aspect. I don't want the physical intimacy just to come from a romantic relationship. I don't think that that's healthy. And I'm not saying to like be like intimate with your friends, but I'm just, doing things like just like being comfortable to just like give like reaffirming like touches to your friend. Like I feel like a lot of people don't like that, but for me, I think I've always liked that. I don't necessarily receive that, and then I feel weird giving it because I don't want people to feel like I'm coming on to them or being creepy or anything. So it's just a hard line to like teeter on. I don't know. And I just wish that friendships were like like we could hang out in each other's rooms and watch something and just like chill, but that's something that you do with your significant other. You're not a friend. But I'm like, why? Like, it doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be like that. I don't know. And I think as humans, we're physical and social beings. So it doesn't seem unnatural to me, but yet in our society, from my experience, has not really been common whatsoever. I put my blanket on. Not common. So yeah, I think that there should be more physical intimacy with friendships, and just more intimacy in general, closeness, emotional intimacy in friendships, and more reliability. Like, it's hard to know who to trust. It's like, does this person really have my back? Really care about me, really want to be there for me? But I know it's hard. People have their own lives. People have their own responsibilities. And then they can barely even be there for themselves. But I don't know. I feel like for me, like, I'm willing to do some of my responsibilities like last minute to have that social interaction if I think that it'll be like, like if it would be rewarding and fun and enriching or whatever. Like, I'm willing to, I mean, not all the time, but I don't know. I've always just been more like that, but I guess other people haven't. I don't really get anywhere with this. Like, I still don't really know. I don't know if, I mean, I'm not like feeling so worthless and empty right now, but like I'm not really feeling like resolved. Like, I'm just gonna turn this off and then what? Like, I'm also just putting off an assignment that I should do. And then I have work tomorrow. I don't want to do it. But those are just my opinions. And I know I made a TikTok about like being alone and how it's hard, but like it's so awesome because you could do whatever you want. And that was basically like the conclusion from Emma Chamberlain. Like it's just awesome because like you don't have to care about what other people are doing or thinking or feeling. You know, you just do whatever you want. And that is very freeing. But at the same time, I feel like I'm faking it. It's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay on my own. Like I'm doing this, this, and that. Like I'm so strong, confident woman. And during the day, I believe it and I feel it. But then at night, it goes away, and then I'm like, wow, I am so lonely, um, and not happy whatsoever with my life. Feeling low key like worthless and like, what am I doing here, kind of thing. But it goes away. But it oscillates. It oscillates between utter emptiness and contentment. So, yeah, but the thing is, I don't even. There are times when I'm with other people and I'm not having a good time. Like, it's not like I just want to be around people just to be around people. Like, I want it to be quality. And there are times where people do express interest in my life and they're thinking about me and they want to interact with me, whatever. And I'm like, and then I get overwhelmed. You know, if it's like text or something, I'm like, stop texting me. You know, I mean, in my head, I don't like actually say it, but then like I just get like, stop texting me, people. So it really oscillates. I guess I don't know what I want. No, I want like, I want platonic intimacy. I want intimacy, you know, but not in the way of like, you know, you know what I'm talking about. But like, I'm talking about intimacy is just in like genuine closeness. And I don't have that. I don't have that. But I don't know if the thing that I am thinking of in my head would even ever exist or happen. But I feel like it has happened for me at least once. Um, love me, love me, love me. Baby, let me love you, babe. Touch me, squeeze me. Kiss me, boy. You're the love of my life. Beyonce. Um, oh, I deleted social media for now. I probably will get it like on Monday though. But yeah, I deleted social media because I felt like I was spending too much time on my phone, and I didn't like the notifications I was receiving because I was receiving notifications, but they weren't always like about me. It was like this person posted, and I'm like, part of me is like, I don't, I want, or it's like this person posted on their story, these people posted on their stories, and part of me is like, I just didn't like that taking up like space on my notifications and stuff. And then I was also getting a lot of astrology notifications from Twitter, and I just needed to not. I just needed to stop. And I felt like I was also like doom scrolling, TikTok, you know, I was just kind of scrolling. So I deleted it. At the same time, I feel like I've spent a lot of time on my, what's it called? My phone. And I was talking to this girl today, like I feel like I'm not just one person, like it's me and my phone, like it's like attached to me. I don't like that. I want to just start experimenting going out without my phone, but at the same time it's not always safe. And what if someone needs to reach you? I don't know. Or what if you just want to take a picture? But I don't, but people in the past didn't do that. They just went for a walk and that was it. Like it was like, all right, I'm going for a walk, you know, I'll see you when I see you. You know, it's not like it's like you need to be reachable right now, you know. And if there's an emergency, there is an emergency, you know. But I want to just stop it with my phone. Not having social media helps, but I still feel like I'm going on my phone a lot. So yeah, I think a part of me wishes I just didn't have like electronics, because I feel like it's super distracting for me. I get super distracted on it. But it's hard when everybody else has devices and like you're the only one that doesn't. You know, you're kind of behind the game on that one. But I guess on the flip side, if I were to go out and I didn't bring my phone or anything, I'm still kind of connected through other people. I could use their phone if I need it, you know? So I could always do that. Yeah. I just don't like I'm looking at my TV right now. I'm just like, there's so much technology. But I guess the lamp is technology, so, you know, there's some good and some bad. Oh, but here's the thing. Like, this girl, it was talking about TikTok and, you know, how the CEO testified and how the American government's trying to ban TikTok because they sell data or whatever to the Chinese government. And here's the thing. Whether they do or they don't, like they probably do. I mean, we also gotta take an inside look at us and how. I mean, I know we had the hearing from Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, but like Facebook, Instagram, Google, like they all have our information and they all probably do the same thing anyway. You know. So, you know, and it all starts with having that device, the phone, the computer, these apps. Like these apps, then without those devices, the apps wouldn't have formed. You know. So I think we just need to address this dependence on technology as a whole, instead of like, oh, TikTok is rotting our brains, which I agree it is. But I mean, I think this dependence on technology is rotting our brains and removing us from this sense of reality. You know? That's why I just wanna leave my phone and my devices at home. But I can't always do that. And then if I do, I have this fear of like today I turned off my phone and I took a nap, and then I woke up, you know, my dad was trying to reach me, and it just stresses me out. You know, I want to be able to just feel like I don't have a phone for a day and not have to worry about anything. I saw a comedian on Thursday. Well, here's the thing, you know, like my roommate, you know, it was nice. She invited me, paid for my ticket to go to, you know, see. I think her name was Ashley Gavin. Yeah, but more on that in a second. But you know, it was nice. She invited me, and we had an outing on a Thursday night. Like that was fun. You know, I do appreciate that. I just want to do more of that. But then I don't know if I have ADD, because I'm like, come on, let's go out, bus, club. Like I want to be doing stuff. But is that just to distract myself from the emptiness I feel on the inside? And I need to like work on that but where do I start? Who knows? Like, is it just a distraction, or is it like I'm just lonely? I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm sorry, but I'm sure Ashley Gavin is a nice and good and funny person. This is not an attack on their character, on her character. But no, I did not enjoy myself. I did not enjoy myself that night. First of all, our waiter was, I'm not gonna curse, but our waiter was rude. She was rude. I didn't like her. I understand she's probably not having a good time. She probably doesn't like her job. There's a ton of people there. They're probably super rude. But we weren't rude to her. And she was just kind of rude. It made me feel like bad for asking about things. I'm just like, and it made me feel like uncomfortable when like my friends were ordering food and stuff, like, or asking questions about the menu. It's like, but that's literally the whole point of being a waiter. Like, you're supposed to receive those questions and whatever. I didn't like that. That was the first. Oh, and it was a 2-drink minimum. So I just got 2 waters. But like, a 2-drink minimum, like, who does that? But that's not her fault. That's the venue's fault. But then here, but I don't know why I did that. Then, the show starts. There's this one comedian that comes out first. I don't know his name, but it felt like he was just making his personality, or making like him being gay, like the punchline about like everything. And while it's funny a couple times, it just felt like that was like the main source material for him being gay. So it kind of got old for me. And then Ashley Gavin, who's also gay, but she's lesbian. She didn't necessarily it was a giant focal point. And here's the thing, being gay is a part of your identity. Yes, it's a part of who you are, for sure. Not to diminish that, I'm just saying, like, but like sometimes it feels like he was making it like it was just everything that he was talking about was in relation to being gay, and there was like no deviation from that. And then with her, there was deviation. She talked about other things. I remember she says something about like, oh, like this is not a deviation, but she was like, oh, I'm a friendly lesbian. And I thought that was funny, as in like a friendly ghost or something. Like, I don't know. I just, not that lesbians are ghosts, but you know what I mean. Like, I just thought that was funny. But yeah, I mean, people weren't laughing that much, including me. Like, I wasn't gonna give a laugh if I didn't feel like laughing. Like, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if I find it funny, right? Naturally, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna find it funny. But for her, she was like, she was saying that it was because we're too woke that we're not laughing. It's like, have you ever considered the fact that maybe your jokes just weren't that funny and that's why we're not laughing? Like, hello, that's why. I mean, at least for me, no hate, no disrespect. This is just my opinion. I know it takes a lot of courage for someone to put themselves out there like that. And she was funny at times, but she really pushed on like when people weren't laughing, it's like the wokeism, and she was roasting the audience, and it was confusing. I couldn't tell if she was like actually mad or not. And then it's like, so she's like hating on the people that like paid to be there to see her. It's just weird. But then she was like, I hope you guys know I'm just joking. Like, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. So she said that, but it was just like odd. I don't know. I would not. There are some people that loved it. That was like completely their thing. Not my thing. Probably will not see again. But here's the thing. I only went because my friend bought me a ticket. And she sent me some of her stand-up. And I saw it and I didn't love it. So I guess it's like, what do you expect? But literally, like, I think one of us out of like 5. Out of a group of 5, only one, who was my roommate, who's the one that bought the tickets, enjoyed herself. I was just pissed about the waiter thing, and I didn't even find the stuff. Like, the stuff didn't even like pick me up that much. But it was cool to go out, It was cool to go out. It's a busy time right now. It's late March, and I got a lot of emails, assignments, presentations, everything's kind of coming to a head this semester, or this point in the semester. And I on the one hand, it's like, I feel so bogged down. I have so much stuff to do. On the other hand, it's like, oh, I got stuff to do, but like I'm managing it pretty well, so it's fine, you know. So I honestly don't feel super stressed right now, but maybe it'll get worse. Who knows? Maybe it'll get worse. Hopefully not, though. And then I know the semester's gonna end, and then I'm gonna go back home, and then I'm gonna be there for a month, and I'm gonna come back. Life is just moving. But no, on the one hand, there's so much to say. On the other hand, I don't even know where to start. I don't want to say anything. It's just a lot to complain about. But let's see, we're at 31 minutes. Hey, all by myself? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna cut things here and there, and I was kind of vulnerable, and I might have come off as a bit like delusional and crazy, so I might cut some things out. But I appreciate you letting me be vulnerable in this video. I just wanted to speak my truth and complain and see if anyone feels the same way I do. I don't know if I'm alone in this, Have you felt consistently dissatisfied with your friendships? Let me know in the comments below. Like, what does this mean? Like, is it a me thing? Is it what, you must love yourself before you love others, whatever. It's like, I'm getting to a point where I'm liking and loving myself, more and more, I mean, it's like, it goes back and forth, but yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a lot better about myself for sure, so I just I guess I gotta stop trying to find, like, meaning and fulfillment in other people. Boom, eureka. I think I do that. Like, I'm gonna be happy if I hang out with these people, or with people in general. And I guess you don't need to do that. You can have fulfilling solo time. And I don't know if it's messed up to think about it this way, but if you think about it of, like, I am in a relationship with myself. I'm dating myself. I am friends with myself. To me, that tricks my brain into making me think, okay, I'm spending quality time with myself, so I become more fulfilled, But is that a healthy way of coping with that? I don't know, because then I'm still putting it in the context of, like, me being another person. So it's like I need another person to feel fulfilled. But at the end of the day, if I'm playing that mind trick on myself, it's still me and me. It's me, myself, and I mean, that's 3, That's one more. So, thank you for listening to me complain. I don't know if what I said if I'm going to agree with it later when I rewatch this. If I'm going to be like, what was I thinking? Because I was just kind of feeling down, and I wanted to talk about it. And I wasn't going to put it on TikTok because it's a horizontal, and I wanted to put it on YouTube. Maybe do podcasts on my own, because Emma Chan, I saw, she does her podcast on her own, and I didn't even think you could do that. I thought podcasts had to be at least with another person. I guess I could do it by myself. Screw it. There are things that I thought that they had to be done a certain way, so I wouldn't do them because the variables weren't perfect. But you can literally just do them anyway. So I'll do that. Thanks for listening. I hope you, I wish you, what's like a peaceful hippie thing to say? I usually say, like, be well to my friends. So I'll just do that. I'll just say, be well. And may you also, if you're struggling with this, find fulfillment and peace in your life. Okay? Bye.